What words and images do you think of when you hear the word youth?
I'm John.
I think enthusiasm.
My kids.
Potential. Vibrant.
Hope.
Youth almost gives this, image of large groups, with what's on.
It's just the odd 2% or 1% which drags the name down and brings it back down.
Do you think adults have a tendency to underestimate young people?
Next question.
Well, do you think that how people see the youth of today is different to how when you were a teenager? Like,
I don't see them any differently, so no.
There are different influences, so you guys have different things around you influencing you than we have, but I don't think that makes you different people to how we I don't think you behave differently to how we behave.
I think they get demonised a lot more in the media. But I think the youth are exactly the same as what we was like.
They have a bad reputation of it, as it is, and it's true.
I think they've got more freedom, definitely, more freedom of expression, more money. I think the youth of today are much more savvy than I was when I was a teenager.
Do you think where you live affects your perceptions of young people or teenagers?
I think the voting age should be 16.
Do you think the voting age should be changed to 16? No. I don't. Only speaking from personal point of view, my reason for that is because I didn't take any interest in politics probably until I was like in my 20s.
I think I'd be really positive about it. I kind of think you can't get away from the idea of if you are allowed to kind of go and fight for your country and fight for the choices in your country, you should be allowed to vote.
Some people are ready to vote at 16 and some might not be, so I would keep it at 18.
Do you believe that the media fairly represents our youth?
Do you think it's more of the way they're portrayed, do you think it's more negative than positive?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more negative. Sometimes news agencies, they're looking to report on things, and the negative things tend to be the better stories for them.
And I think the media portray young people in a kind of wholeheartedly negative way. And I think that's really, really wrong. And there's a lot of people whose beliefs come solely from the media. So if they're constantly told young people are a danger, they believe that young people are a danger.
Yeah, I got told them because the way that they look at people, they categorise as all.
Do you think the young people of today have lost respect for their elders?
So do you think the amount of respect given by young people to adults has decreased, or has everybody just lost respect for each other?
No, I think young people are very respectful. I don't think anything's changed.
I think it's decreased because we always home in on the bad rather than the good.
I think that the lack of respect is across the board. I just don't think as a society we respect each other enough or as much as we used to.
Kids are a lot more disrespectful to adults because, hands up in the air, I'm not very pleasant with my parents, and it's just the way that people talk to each other and how families are perceived nowadays.
Yeah, but only insofar as I think it's a very good thing that they have done. I think it's kind of this like 40 years ago when everyone's like, when there was this constant hierarchy, like reminding you that you were subservient to everyone that was older than you, like irrespective of like what people were actually like. It's not something that I think we should have ever really been a part of.
Do you think it's because we're free now?
Yeah.